Hello everyone, this is Durga from IT University. Most of you might know I have failed in intermediate. I got only 480 marks. However, I am quite successful now compared to where I start from. In this video, I would like to walk you through about the 4 stories I have listened in my childhood which have transformed my life. These 4 stories are from either mythology of India or from something called as Panchatantra. I'll go to the stories and I'll relate to my personal experiences also so that you understand how our childhood stories can transform our life. The 4 stories are nothing but the story of 3 fishes. It is from Panchatantra. Then the conversation between Hanuman and Jambavanta. It is from Ramayana. Then the story of Arjuna, or the warrior who helped Pandavas winning Kurukshetra battle. It is from Mahabharata. And the 4th one is the story of a squirrel from Ramayana. These are the 4 stories which have transformed not only my career but also my life. The first story is about 3 fishes from Panchatantra. The names of the fishes are nothing but Sumati, Kalamati and Mandamati. In the Sanskrit version, the names are a little bit different, but in Telugu version, the names are Sumati, Kalamati and Mandamati. Even names mean something. Here, when it comes to Sumati, it means the healthy mind. When it comes to Kalamati, it means spontaneous mind. Then comes Mandamati, which means dumb mind. That being said, the story goes like this. There's a pond or lake in a village and the water started drying up. One day the fishermen talked to each other saying, now the water level is low. If we fish, we'll get a lot more than what we typically get. Let's plan it for tomorrow. It is overheard by Sumati, which is a healthy mind. Then it went to its friends Kalamati and Mandamati and said, hey, I heard fishermen talking about water getting dried up and they wanted to come tomorrow and they wanted to fish the pond or lake. And it is better for us to get away from here. I also know a route. The route is nothing but the canal which connects the lake to the river. If we go through the canal and if we reach the river, most likely we will be safe. That's what Sumati said. For that, Kalamati said, you are unnecessarily worried. Nothing will happen. Even if it happens, we will see at that time. No need to rush and go out of our comfort zone. Then Mandamati said, yeah, I too feel the same because Mandamati means it cannot think. So it said, I too feel the same and I would also prefer to stay back. Sumati tried to convince for some time, they didn't listen, and in the end it got disappointed that there is no support from its friends, and hence it went ahead and it have reached the river safely, and after that we don't know what happened to Sumati, but it have reached the river. Now next day the fishermen came and they actually fished the pond. Both Kalamati and Mandamati are caught, but Kalamati is spontaneous. It is a little bit clever or wise. I will say clever more than wise. And what it have done is it acted as if it is dead. It knows that the fisherman doesn't care about dead fish because the fish will not get good value. Hence, the fisherman might consider to throw this fish into pond or lake. That's why it acted like this. And its trick worked. The fisherman picked the fish and dropped into the lake and it escaped. But when it comes to Mandamati, it went panic and it did not know what to do. Hence it just started jumping up and down, and the fisherman already got furiated that Kalamati escaped, and he just hit the fish Mandamati on the head, and the Mandamati died on the spot. So this is the story. Now what is the crux of the story? If you think about it, Sumati just be vigilant. So it is watching what is going around, and it started taking precautionary measures also. It have prepared for the crisis. It know the solution also. In case if it have to escape, it can go to the river through the canal, and most likely it will be safe. So the Sumati is vigilant. It also planned for the solution in case of crisis. And the third most important aspect with respect to Sumati is nothing but empathy. So when it heard about this conversation between the fishermen, it didn't just went ahead by itself. It went to the friends. It is concerned about its friends. It warned its friends, and also it requested its friends to get away from here. So it put its effort not only to safeguard itself, it also put some effort to safeguard its friends also. It's another story that the friends didn't listen, but it have put its effort. That is the story of three fishes from Panchatantra. Now, how it helped me? So all these four stories have transformed not only my career but also my life. I'll try to tell from my career perspective than life perspective, because as of now a lot of people are facing crisis with respect to job market and many other aspects, right? So I just wanted to make sure I share my experiences related to this from my career perspective. After my initial struggle to get my first job, I came to US, and from day one, I'm not very comfortable with full-time employment, because I have to give appraisal, and I don't think I'm the guy who can tell stories about my success at the time, and hence I don't want to get into full-time employment. After contemplating for some time, I decided to go with freelancing or contracting in US. This is around 2006-2007 time frame. Now, when it comes to contracting roles, there is a little bit of risk. The first lot of people whom the managers wanted to let go, if there is no budget, is nothing but contractors. However, contractors are paid premium as well, because contractors are supposed to be specialized skilled resources in IT, hence they paid premium. Compared to full-time employee, the contractors' rates are relatively higher. So I have worked mostly as contractor only when I am in US. Even until recent times, I am predominantly an entrepreneur or individual contributor. So when it comes to contract, there will be limited time, 6 months, 1 year, so and so forth. Okay, so you will understand, means when it comes to the work and all, if there is continuous work, that means there is a high probability that your contract will be renewed. If there is no consistent work, then there is a good probability that after the contract it will not be renewed. So before 3 months, if it is a 1 year contract, before 3 months I will assess the situation. What is the roadmap for the projects? How much work I have on my plate as of today? And then if I feel that the probability of extension is low, I used to start for job hunting. Okay, and even at the time in the conversations to my peers, colleagues and all, I used to share these details. So we don't have enough work, probably we might have to consider exploring other options and all. Then came 2008. 2008 there was a recession in US, and a lot of people struggled, but because of my vigilance and preparedness, I'm able to transition to a different role without any bench. Means there is one week gap in between, that too because I quit the earlier company a little bit earlier, and I have to wait until the drug test results came to join the next company. Only for that reason I have 1 week gap. So I have contracted all the way from 2007 January till almost 2000 I guess 2013, if I'm not wrong, or 2014. Almost 6-7 years I have contracted. I'm always a freelancer, and I never ever be on bench, and I always get very good rates because I'm prepared. I'm prepared not only from the perspective of the contract getting expired, but also from the perspective of what are the skills in demand. I started my career as a PL SQL developer. As soon as I joined Dell as a contractor, I have seen Golden Gate, and I felt Golden Gate can be quite successful. I have learned Golden Gate over there. Then I got hired in ERCOT as a senior ETL developer, where I have implemented quite a few successful projects around Oracle PL SQL, Golden Gate and all. There I have even learned ETL using Informatica, Cognos for reporting and all. Then I moved to AT&T again as a database architect. Since then, I am always vigilant about what is happening with the industry, and I keep myself up to date by identifying the key skills which match my past experience. That's where the vigilant came into play. And also, always I share this with not only friends. Even I started YouTube channel just to make sure I educate in these technologies which are happening, so that it can transform others' lives also. And that's where my ITversity have started as a YouTube channel in 2012. On top of these, I have even helped my colleagues irrespective of their caste, creed, region, country, religion and all. So that's about the story of Three Fishes and how it have influenced my career. Then comes the second story. The second story is the conversation between Hanuman and Jambavanta. So the story goes like this. Hanuman is a kind of a monkey god. I shouldn't say monkey god, but just because there might be some audience who might not be familiar about Indian philosophy or mythology, I just wanted to convey that Hanuman is like a monkey, and then another friend of him is nothing but Jambavanta. Jambavanta is like bear. This is the story from Ramayana. When it comes to Hanuman, he is supposed to be very strong, probably the strongest person in the world. However, he have a curse. He don't know his strengths. In his childhood, there is a legend saying he even tried to eat sun and his mouth got burnt. So he is capable of doing that. Then Jambavanta is kind of a mentor who have wisdom. Then there is another main god called as Rama, and his wife is Sita. For Hanuman, these are more than his life. So there is a demon called as Ravana. He kidnapped Sita, who is wife of Rama, and Hanuman get into the action to search for Sita. Through some person, they come to know that Sita is on the other side of the sea or ocean, and Hanuman and his army are on this side of the ocean. Hanuman is kind of a army chief, and he have army of other monkeys. Jambavanta is kind of a mentor for this army, so they are all on the this side of the ocean. So these monkeys are not normal monkeys, they are powerful monkeys, and they can jump very long distances. So Jambavanta asks everyone how far anyone can jump. Everyone tell, I can jump 100 yards, I can jump 1000 yards, I can jump probably 2 miles, 3 miles, or 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, etc. But Hanuman, as he have the curse that he doesn't remember his strengths, he don't know what to do. He just get into the meditation and he starts meditation. Then Jambavanta reminds Hanuman about his strengths, including the story which I have told earlier, where Hanuman is able to touch the sun also. After that, Hanuman realizes his strengths and he jumps over the ocean or sea and he finds Sita, and rest is history. This is the second story. I don't want to get into the remaining story, but this is the most important part which have influenced my career in many ways. Now, how it is related to my career, right? So, if you think about it, means if you are from Indian background, Hanuman represents energy. He is very strong, and also monkey represents little bit of childishness and all, right. So lot of energy. Monkeys have lot of energy. So Hanuman represents energy. Then bear or Jambavanta represents wisdom. It is a normal tendency that we forget our capabilities, or energy forget its capabilities, and wisdom has to be there to mentor, counsel energy, so that energy can act upon whatever it is supposed to be act upon. Now, the wisdom can come within. It can come from a friend, it can come from a family member, it can come from enemy also sometimes. Okay, and that is the crux of this conversation or the story from Ramayana. Now, many times as my career evolved, there are downtimes also, right? But if you think about my personal life itself, I started from 450 rupees. My dad's highest income per month is around 15,000 rupees, or even less, probably 12,000 to 15,000 rupees. And now I don't have any unnecessary kind of loans or anything. I don't pay too much of EMIs. Everything is going smooth. Then why to worry? Why to worry that I have failed in some area, or my business is not scaling up and all? I just self-introspect, stop cribbing for the people who cause failure, even it could be me, and move on. That helped me in many ways, and I have just told how my wisdom helped my energy to move forward in life. In the same manner, I have got wisdom in many ways from others. So some people suggested me not to go to full time but stick to contracting roles, and I got my green card within 5-6 years. So their wisdom helped me in making right decision at that time. The wisdom in them helped me making right decision at that time. And when I wanted to come back to India, when I wanted to move back to India, one friend suggested me to go for re-entry permit before leaving to India, so that I can maintain my green card. Again, that helped me. If I haven't taken re-entry permit, I would not have maintained my green card, and I would not have been in the current situation. In this manner, in many ways, I got the wisdom guiding me all through my career. Here, when I say me, I am talking about the energy within me. And the wisdom can guide the energy, but you need to give that respect, self-introspect, listen to others. You will definitely start seeing results. That being said, I know I am very bad at engaging delivery. My style of teaching is very boring, very monotonous and all. But still, there is some value which I am passing on to the people. That's why I got whatever follower base I have. That being said, I wanted to hear the feedback from you. Means, am I making sense here? Do you have any similar experiences in your life which you wanted to share, so that other people also can pick from there? If you have such kind of similar experiences, feel free to use comment section and add in comments. And before getting into the third story, which is about the story of the greatest warrior of the world, Arjuna, I just wanted to request you to like and also subscribe, because I'll be creating a lot of personality development content and publishing the content in the channel. Definitely it will add value to people, and if you feel it will definitely add to your kith and kin, make sure you share this video with them also. Okay, so that being said, now let's get into the third story. It is about the story of warrior, right? In this case, the name of the warrior is nothing but Arjuna. Arjuna is the greatest warrior in the world of his time. He played a pivotal role. At that time, it is called as Kurukshetra in Hindu mythology. You can consider as the world war. So there is a huge war, and Arjuna played the critical role where the good won over evil. Now, what is the story of Arjuna? Right? Arjuna is born to a king. He's a prince. He started his training from a guru called as Dronacharya, and he gave utmost commitment when it comes to the training. So there are quite a few small stories in between where he excelled in the competition with his peers and all. I don't want to get into all those details, but I just wanted to tell you that he put a lot of effort to be the greatest warrior of the world. And then the D-Day came, the Kurukshetra came, and he helped Pandavas or good winning the battle over Kauravas or evil. That is the story of Arjuna. Now, if you think about it, when he is child, he don't know that he has to fight in Kurukshetra, right? But still he prepare with utmost focus, determination and all. Okay, he practiced in the nights so that he know how to shoot in nights. He practiced in many ways, and even when it comes to the focus, if he has to shoot something, he only focus on that. He doesn't focus on anything else. There are stories around that also. I don't want to get into those details, but Arjuna represents focused learner towards becoming a warrior, so that when it requires, he can fight and win the battle. Now, many times we only look at the success. We don't look at the journey towards the success. That is the area which you should focus on. I cited the example of Arjuna. You can take the example of Usain Bolt or Diego Maradona or Sachin Tendulkar, anyone. If you are a movie guy, Tom Hanks, Chiranjeevi or Senior NTR, these are Indian actors. You should go through their journey towards success, not enjoy their success. Enjoying other success is the worst part of our life. Okay, it's very boring. We will not be adding any value to anyone, including us, except for a brief moment of excitement and all, right? But the journey, even you can learn a lot more by going through the journey of a failure compared to cheering for success. Okay, that being said, now I'll go back to how it have influenced my career, right? By now you should have already known about my journey, and already you might have got hints. However, I'll tell you some interesting part which where I have acted like Arjuna when it comes to learning. I am not talking about winning the battle. I am talking about how Arjuna's story influenced me in the learning. Okay, I failed in intermediate. I got only 450 marks in intermediate. I failed in 4 subjects. Then I started going to degree classes, and I'm not understanding anything. I started mugging up. I have good memory power. I'm able to reproduce paras and paras without any mistake, any even misspelling a single word. But still I feel a bit of discomfort. I felt I'm not learning here. Then again some wisdom came. His name is Anil Kolapreddy. He is a good friend of mine in my degree. We were discussing overnight, saying means in this case I was the one who was talking to him, and I said, you are learning very fast. You are just coming at 10, studying for 1 hour and going to sleep by 11, and I'm struggling to study from 6 to 11, 12, and I'm not able to still gaining confidence to clear the exam. What is going on here? He just made one statement: if you don't understand, don't read. That's it. That's the wisdom I got from him. Then I gone back to the problem, and then I have realized I'm not understanding, not because I'm not capable of understanding. I have a patchy period all the way from 8th till intermediate for whatever reasons. I'll create another video on that. And because I haven't studied properly from 8th to plus 2 or intermediate, I'm struggling to understand the concepts of degree, right? So now what I have done, I have identified the chapters, especially its physics. I have identified the chapters in degree physics subject. Then I have reverse engineered to see what all areas I should focus on starting from 8th, so that the current degree concepts can be understood. So I studied 8th class physics, 9th class physics, 10th class physics, plus 1, plus 2 physics. I studied physics all the way from 8th to 12th only when I get into the degree. In actual 8th, 9th, 10th, plus 1, plus 2, I haven't studied physics. So then I started understanding how to learn effectively. Okay. And I used to carry my books wherever I go, even if it is 1 hour hangout with relatives. I used to carry books with me, 2-3 books, just to read one page if I get any doubt in my mind, just to clarify my doubts. And then after degree, in MCA, even though my parents are not very rich, when I demand for a desktop, they purchased a desktop for me. They bought a desktop for me. If I go anywhere for more than 2-3 days, I used to carry the whole desktop. I'm not talking about laptop. In those days, between 2000 to 2003, laptops are not very popular, especially in India. I used to carry the CPU, the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, every device with me, so that I can set up in my relative's house and practice if I have to practice. Whether it is coding or writing SQL queries, it doesn't matter. So that's how I put effort, 100% focused effort and consistent effort, and that's what yielded me results in the longer term. If the objective of Arjuna is to be a warrior, and if he prepare through his life to become the warrior, our objective, if we are clear about what we want to become, should be becoming that. It could be IT professional, it could be movie director, it could be any other profession, and you have to put 100% focused effort in reaching that objective. Before going to fourth story, I would like to emphasize on a couple of things here. Now many people wanted to become IT professionals for whatever reasons. They might be interested to become IT professional, they might be forced into it. It could be any reason, right? Many of you might be aiming for the IT jobs, but many of you are not skilled. You have to consider, you have to win a battle to get a job. The battle is nothing but interview. If you have to win the battle, you have to be Arjuna. You have to learn the skills to win that battle. When it comes to your career, the entire career is like a battle. You have to work. Without skills, how will you work, right? So you have to really focus on your skills. Now, if you are coming to US and if you are working in odd jobs which are nowhere related to IT, how will you have stress-free career when it comes to IT, right? You will struggle. Many people take proxy interviews and support from others at the time of job and all, but you will not enjoy that journey. You might be able to somehow make some money, but your life will be pathetic. And I know hundreds of stories where people made their life pathetic because of not focusing on the most important aspect to be IT professional, which is nothing but skills. And it is very unfortunate, but that is the reality. No matter what, you put effort in gaining skills, you will start seeing the results. Now I will tell another personal experience of mine how actions can yield results. You can imagine my salaries, my income at this time. It's not a big deal. Means I have quite a number of followers on LinkedIn, and you can see my profile, my title and all. You can search in Glassdoor and you will get a rough idea about how much I'm making, right? Now can you imagine what was my dream salary when I am studying degree? It is 10,000 rupees. It is because at that time my dad is very close to his retirement. He is making 10,000 rupees. That is my benchmark. Okay. I have never imagined that I'll come to US. I don't know there's a concept called as visa to go to US. I don't know any of these things. I just put effort to earn those 10,000 rupees by completing the degree and then by completing my post-graduation, which is nothing but MCA. That's it. There is no aim that I wanted to be a director in a company, or I wanted to travel to US, or I wanted to serve Fortune 500 clients and all. At that time, I don't even know what Fortune 500 means. Okay. From there, now I am what I am. And even I pray to the self, means I don't go to temples and all. Many people might think that I am a very religious person because I am quoting all Hindu mythological stories and all. But I am not a religious person at all. And I don't believe in asking for boons from gods and all. I never did that. But I committed to my personal soul, where I said, if I make 10,000 rupees per month, I'll not go anywhere. I'll stay there in India. Then I came to US and I stayed here for 9-10 years, and that is one of the reasons where I have went back to India. I committed to myself at the time that I'll stay back in India if I get 10,000. Leaving very lucrative, and my career is in exponential growth path, but I left everything behind and went to India. Again, not with nothing. I have a reasonable job, but still, if I'm in US, I would have been much more successful by now. The crux of the third story and also the experiences which I have shared is nothing but putting 100% effort to learn the skills to be a successful warrior. In this case, your IT career. If you are aiming to be something else, that should be your objective, and you have to put 100% focused and consistent effort. That being said, now let's go back to the fourth story. The story is again from Ramayana. It is about Squirrel. In Telugu, we call it as Odata Bhakti Sayam, which means squirrel level help. Okay, what is the story about, right? Earlier I have mentioned about Hanuman jumping over ocean or sea to find Sita, right? So eventually he finds Sita, and Rama takes the monkey army or Vanara army to fight against the demon who kidnapped Sita. The demon name is nothing but Ravana. So he reached the ocean, but he need to construct a bridge to go to the other side and fight with Ravana, right? So he used the monkey army to build the bridge. At that time, from nowhere, a small squirrel started helping in the construction of the bridge. Okay, so it started filling small gaps in the bridge, and all its efforts are unnoticed because Vanaras, they might be carrying big rocks, and they might even know that there is a squirrel taking care of something at the bottom, right? And then the squirrel family members, right, or friends, kith and kin, they might be laughing at squirrel. What is this nonsense? Why it is doing this, right? They might think like that. If you really think about it, it is a possibility. If it is a human tendency, if someone is doing something out of the box, the others might feel that this person is crazy. Only when the person actually succeed, they will see why that person have done that. Take the example of Chiranjeevi, right? At the time, he might be dancing and all. Many of his classmates, his family members might have demotivated him because there is no one who succeeded based on the dance as a career choice. But Chiranjeevi succeeded, right? So in the similar manner, the squirrel's friends, family members who belong to squirrel community might have laughed at it and ignored it or ridiculed it, whatever it is, right? But in the end, the squirrel might have helped in fixing small holes which can go unnoticed by bigger vanaras or monkeys and all. And as per the Hindu mythology, the ultimate goal is to get enlightened. And as Rama is the ultimate god, he blessed squirrel to get enlightened. Now, how this is related to me? I have already mentioned that I used to carry my desktop wherever I go for more than a couple of days or 3 days, right? So my parents used to think I take it to play games. There is a reason for that. I used to play games as well, but along with that I used to do others also. It's not that I wanted to study 24/7 using this desktop. It is about, if I want to do something, I want that to be there with me. So that's the main reason why I used to carry my desktop with me. I used to listen to songs, I used to play games. At the same time, whenever I wanted to do something constructive, I used to do something constructive as well. All my uncles, everyone used to think I'm just wasting time by carrying the desktop and all. When I travel, the co-passengers have no clue because many of them might be uneducated. Some of them might be educated. They might felt crazy why I am carrying this. The conductor used to crib that I have so much of luggage. Because I am a student, I couldn't pay money to him, right? So he used to crib. So that was my experience when I was carrying my desktop with me. Not only that, there are so many other instances in my life where others felt I am wasting my time, or they have no clue about what I am doing and all. So that being said, these are the 4 stories which have really influenced my career, not only my career but also my life. I have only spoken from the career perspective. There are quite a few other stories also, but these are the 4 very prominent ones. And by the way, the squirrel one got reminded when I was walking. I saw a squirrel and then I remembered it, and I felt how unconventional I am, like the squirrel in the Ramayana. That being said, let me conclude by recapping the important lessons which you can learn from these 4 stories. First one, be Sumati, which means be vigilant. Make sure you assess what is going on when it comes to job market or whatever your objective is. And another important factor when it comes to that story is make sure you have empathy towards others. It is very important. Then comes wisdom guiding the energy. So whenever your energy is down, self-introspect. Many times you can get motivation from your life story itself, or reach out to mentors, reach out to family members. Don't feel that you are inferior or superior to them. Just give equal respect, the respect you give to yourself to others. Reach out to them and seek mentorship. Many times you will get right advice from the people. You have to be a good listener. Then comes the story of Arjuna. As I have already mentioned about, depending upon your objective, you make sure you build the required skills so that you can have successful career. The career is Kurukshetra for you, and the skills that are required to make a happy and a prosperous career is to have skills, and you have to focus on building those skills with 100% focus, commitment, and you should have consistency as well. Then comes Squirrel story, where it talks about unconventional. So be unconventional. Don't worry too much about what others think. It can be our parents, it can be our peers, it can be our friends, it can be our children if you are old enough. Just try to be unconventional and see what you can do by putting 100% focused and consistent effort. Definitely you will start seeing results. The results cannot be same as some other person. For example, if you have passion towards running, I can't beat Usain Bolt no matter what, right? I know what my limitations are, or my body will tell me what my limitations are. Based on that, I have to plan. So Don't be over ambitious and go much beyond your capabilities and stress out. That is also very important aspect you need to keep in mind. That being said, I'll conclude here. I hope you enjoyed the whole video where I have spoken about the 4 stories which have influenced my career. If you wanted to learn more about these kind of narratives or stories where it can help in personality development of the people, please click on the like button, and also make sure you provide feedback and suggestions. I'll continue creating content like this because my main objective now is to be conduit between the previous generations and the next generation. I wanted to pass on whatever minimal wisdom and knowledge I have to the next generation, and YouTube is one of the perfect platform for that. For that reason, I will be creating content around personality development, no matter whether videos are successful or not. In case if you like it and if you wanted to see such kind of content, feel free to subscribe and hit on bell icon so that you are notified whenever we publish content like this. Keep in mind, we are not only planning to publish personality development and inspiring or motivational content, we'll continue publishing IT content as well. The main objective is to add value to IT community. That's why I named it as the IT Varsity.